Hello, my amazing fourth grade artists. Today, your job is to complete your lion door knocker art. Here's an example of a student who did a fantastic job adding color and detail to their lion, putting on their door knocker, as well as decorating their red paper around the edge. Today, you are going to be able to access the Sharpie markers again to finish coloring in your lion. But the next thing that we need to do is put a hole, 2 holes in, and our metal knock. So, at my desk here at the front, I am going to have a piece of foam, as well as a X-Acto blade. Now, boys and girls, I want you guys to be extra careful with this material, and I'm going to show you exactly how I want you to use it. Please pay attention. I will be here supervising you as well while we use this really sharp tool. So the reason we're using this knife is because we are going to first poke 2 holes using the blade into our metal. So I've just poked 2 holes where I want the ring to be, but then I'm going to flip my knife over and use this cone shape at the end to hold my metal up with the hole between my 2 fingers, and I'm going to wiggle in the black handle into that hole to make it larger. So now I have a nice large hole. And do that for the other one. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Great. Now I need to set my knife in a safe place so that other boys and girls can stay safe while they're using it. Next, you are going to take one of the wires that I have twisted for you, and I want you to bend it into the U shape. Take both your hands and press the sides, and there should be 2 wires at the end that are long and skinny. Those ones you're going to place into the holes. And then what I do, make this a little bit wider, I flip my paper over, put it down, and I use my 2 thumbs to secure those wire bits at the end on the inside. Great. Now I have a functioning door knocker on my lion. Next thing, you need to take a piece of red paper and write your name, class, and number, and then flip your paper over. What we are going to do is I will have some hot glue guns set up where you can put 4 dots of hot glue on the corners of your metal and place it down onto your red paper. Last thing, in your material box you will find these gold and silver paint markers. These paint markers are different than permanent markers because of 3 things. First, they're a little bit smelly. Second, they're very permanent, even more than our permanent markers that we use. And second thing, they dry out really easily, so please make sure when you're finished with it that the cap goes on securely. Now, I know that the marker makes this sound, but boys and girls, the shaking helps some of the paint go down to the tip, but when we're shaking it, we want to make sure that the cap is on in case it splatters. If it gets onto your clothing or the table, it's quite hard to clean up. With my markers, I can go ahead and add all kinds of beautiful, fun patterns to the border of my lion to create a patterned frame. Okay, boys and girls, your job today is to work on getting your lion door knocker finished with adding the ring, gluing it down to the red paper, and adding a patterned background. Most of the materials you need are in your material basket, but there are a couple things located on the front table for you to access. As well as I will have my foam and X-Acto knife here on my table underneath my projector. Okay, boys and girls, let's get our materials and you can head to your desk and get started.